everybody. I'm in Jackson now, and I'm here tonight in Cascades Park. And this is going to be the first of many of the vlogs I am making from back in the US. I've gotten a new cell phone and I've gotten myself a nice little tripod. So I really loved making videos for you while I was in Japan. So I hope that you will enjoy hearing my experiences and commentary through videos now that I'm back in the US. So of course this is just the first of many, but I'd like to take a moment to let you know some of the observations that I've been having since I'm back in the US after living in Japan for 1 year. So one of the first things is portion sizes when it comes to food and drink, specifically out in restaurants. I bought a coffee at a local coffee shop here, and I only wanted a short, which is 10 ounces, which is actually more than your average coffee that you would get in Japan. You would probably get about 6 or 8 ounces on your average coffee. But I only wanted 10 ounces, which is the smallest size offered in American coffee shops. But they only had, the smallest was 12-ounce cups. So I said, could I just have a 10-ounce portion in a 12-ounce cup? Because I thought, I can't drink this much coffee. I don't need this much coffee. Why am I getting so much coffee? So that definitely stuck. And also with portion sizes of food, in Japan you almost never would have a takeout container. You would never take food home because it'd always be a small enough portion for you to finish there in the restaurant. Well, I've eaten out a few times, probably about 3 times in the past 10 days, and I always have leftovers because I can't finish what's there, and you know, of course I don't want to waste the food, so I take the leftovers home. And I don't mind leftovers, I just don't want them getting stuck and moldy in the back of my fridge. So that's definitely been something to get used to again. The groceries, I was a little nervous to grocery shop at first. I thought I would forget how to do it, but I really enjoyed grocery shopping and buying some of the foods that I was missing. And it's really just basic stuff like bags, spinach, you know, a good amount of apples for a good price, for cheap, you know, inexpensive avocados, bananas, stuff like that. Produce is very expensive in Japan, and I was really looking forward to getting back to cheap produce, and that's been nice. Another thing is, though, the portion sizes that are served or that are sold in stores, I'm looking at them now and I'm like, how am I going to finish that before it's gone bad? Because in Japan I would shop every few days because you're only getting small amounts and you finish it before it goes bad. So definitely adjusting to that. It's nice not to have to grocery shop so frequently and spend as much money, and the package, you know, I can have less packaging because I'm not shopping so much. So those are a few things just with food. I haven't found myself to be quite so hungry. You know, I'm still getting over jet lag. I've been back for 10 days. Just nerves, you know, just your average getting used to and going through a transition. I've been eating fine, but my appetite is small, which is kind of nice because I've just been eating small portions and just waiting until I'm hungry and not really being stuck to meal times, because maybe it's because my body is still a little bit on the opposite clock. So I've been really enjoying reconnecting with loved ones and friends in the past 10 days. I've seen a lot of people, had a lot of wonderful conversations. I got a cell phone probably my 3rd day back, and I started to realize, like, I'm gonna have to look at this thing so much more often now. Like, I have so many relationships to maintain, and that's not a bad thing. I'm very very loved, and I'm very fortunate. But in Japan I had about 6 friends that I would do stuff with occasionally, you know, and so I wasn't really maintaining a lot of relationships over a phone, you know, having to text many, you know, different avenues of texting these days. But so I'm finding now I have continuous conversations going on with many people at once, and it's a little different because I've spent a year in, you know, relative isolation and just spending a lot of time on my own. So I'm balancing that out, and I'm learning that I do need to balance it because my needs and my personality is a little bit different now. So I have moved back into my old house, and the first week was pretty tough to unpack my things, unpack my old life, intertwine my new life, and then, you know, move forward. So, but now I have everything how I want it. I'm very happy in my space, and Japan has made me very measured and make sure I know where all my things are and putting my things back in their places. I am really controlling my environment a lot by cleaning and, like I said, putting everything back where it belongs, and it's good for me right now. I'm liking keeping my space neat. It's helping keep the clutter from my mind. So I'm embracing a little bit more minimalism because of that. So I'm feeling really happy about all that. So like I said, we're here in Cascades Park. I've come here as many chances as I get. I love it here. It's about 7:30 in the evening, still bright and beautiful. It's the sun is setting little by little. So I just feel so free and wonderful here in this park. I have been riding my bike a ton, just for leisure, but also to go on errands and get to places, because for a year I did nothing but ride a bike and walk and bus, but I relied on my bicycle, and that sure did stick in me because I do have a car now, but it's spent a lot of time in my driveway because I haven't felt justified in hopping in it for every little trip. What's been happening for about the past, you know, handful of days is if it's a trip that's under 3 miles, I take it on my bike, and I can do that right now because the weather's beautiful and I have the time, and it's really helping me get back some of the strength I feel like I'd lost in my legs and my body. So I'm really loving that, and I'm going to try and do it for as long as I can while the weather is good and I have the time and the desire. So yeah, I will wrap it up there. Those are many of the things that I have held on to from Japan and some of the differences that I am feeling now having lived there for a year. So I hope you continue to tune in as I do more adventures around this area, and thanks for watching.